That late introduction is Dread Zoe. Dade County's on. Oh, the world got to feel this. We gon' start off with that banger. You got to understand, this shit come from the trenches. Hey, definitely not too. Dread Zoe, show 'em what we doing.
Oh, I'm the one, no, I'm not two. Oh, shit, I'm finally seen a star move. Oh, shit, I came up out the top two. Oh, I'm thanking God I am not you. Oh, I'm the one, no, I'm not two. Oh, shit, I'm finally seen a star move. Oh, shit, I came up out the top two. Oh, I'm thanking God I am not you. Oh, I'm the one, no, I'm not two. They say I'm broke, that is not true. Oh, getting money, yeah, I got to. Oh, drop some boobs on my new boo. Oh, new coupe, only fit two. Oh, I'm a star, but I will shoot. Oh, thanking God I ain't got to. Blow a check, make a mess when I want to. Oh, feed the family by the block. Oh, learned the game and gave it back, that's how I boss move. Oh, stay on your pivot, don't let them cross you. Oh, they gave me game, now I'm a boss too. Oh, so much commas on the check, got 100 round my neck, diamonds dripped in VVS. Yeah, and I'm a 7-figure nigga, not a regular civilian type of nigga. Oh, I'm the one, no, I'm not two. Oh, shit, I'm finally seen a star move. Oh, shit, I came up out the top two. Oh, I'm thanking God I am not you. Oh, I'm the one, no, I'm not two. Oh, shit, I'm finally seen a star move. Oh, shit, I came up out the top two. Oh, I'm thanking God I am not you. Oh, thanking God
I like that track.
Appreciate you.
Number one, not number two, starting it off the right way. What's good, everybody? Welcome to Emano Talk. It's your host, Daniel Emano. I am here with the Miami-Dade Zoe himself, Dread Zoe. How you doing, brother?
You already know, Dread Zoe checking in.
It's an honor to have you here, man. Straight shining and everything.
Appreciate you.
Pulled up in the
Appreciate
fleet, making noise everywhere you
Big
go.
vibes, big vibes.
Big vibes, man. You doing big things right now. I mean, from 2020 to right now, we've been hearing a lot of stuff, and we're about to get into that. But for the people who might not still have an idea of who you are, tell them, who is Dread Zoe? Where does Dread Zoe come from?
Straight out of North Miami, NAB area, man. Just jumped in the music game about 3 years ago. Just been working ever since, you know, coming up, making moves, watching the results build, that's all.
Yeah, results have definitely been portrayed nonetheless at that point. It's really dope to have you here, straight out of North Miami. You said you just got into music 3 years ago. What made you decide that music was the route you were looking to take?
Well, I've been felt like the music was the route I should have took. It's just I never got into it. But 3 years ago, I went through a big situation, I'm going to say. And it just made me feel like, you know, I need to do everything that I wanted to do. And that what made me jump in the game.
And you haven't looked back since.
I haven't looked
Pedal
back
to the
since.
metal.
I don't plan on looking back. I'm looking forward.
Yeah, and man, oh man, like honestly, like you've done nothing but make a bang. Because even like in your earlier projects and things like that, you were already working with some pretty notable names, or at least like now they formulated. Because you have songs with like Armani Caesar, for example.
Yeah.
And then even now you're known to be connected with names like Rick Ross, Whack 100, and all kinds of people throughout Miami. I mean, I don't think there's not a person I don't know coming out of the hip hop scene, ultimately out of North Miami, that doesn't know who you are at this point. What has that been like for you over 3 years?
Honestly, I just appreciate everybody that acknowledged me, man. Like, I was just having a talk with my team, like, damn, like, you know, we doing good things, we doing big things, we moving forward. We're going to keep working, keep getting bigger. That's what it's about.
And it seems like everywhere you go or whatever you do, you just put the city on your back to an extent, because I be seeing like other artists, like for example, like Prez P, right? You be bringing people like Prez P out with you, like to your section in the club and stuff like that. And it feels like there's not a person left out, that anybody that has attributed to your success, you're going to bring them along for the ride as well.
Well, Prez P like a brother to me, so that's a given.
Yeah.
You gonna see Prez with me a lot. That's family.
And how does it feel to truly put the city on your back at that point, to be able to kind of give back to that extent?
I don't know if I call it putting the city on my back, but I just being a part of the city and growing with the city. And, you know,
Like, it's a lot of big things coming out of Miami right now. I'm just glad to be a part of that.
Yeah, and the city's embracing you big time for it, man. And honestly, it shows because you have this hit song now, My Section. It just hit 1 million views on YouTube, which is a huge accomplishment. Congratulations on
Appreciate
that. And not a lot of artists get to even say that about just one video overall. And, you know, this is a hit single in what seems to be like what is the true unraveling now of Dread Zoe's artistry. But we're going to get into My Section in just a little bit, but we're going to jump on into another track off of the same exact tape. This next track is actually called Faces by Dread Zoe, so y'all tune on into Emano Talk.
It comes to that point in life when niggas want to be you, they want to trade your place, they want to be your spot. I mean, you just got to face the fact of reality. Ain't nothing basic on this end, baby. Lay introduction, Dread Zoe.
Face it, you wanna trade places. Ain't shit I do basic. Big Cuban link, AP, big bracelet. Ain't shit I do basic. Face it, you wanna trade places. Ain't shit I do basic. Big Cuban link, AP, big bracelet. Ain't shit I do basic. AP on my wrist, that's a frostbite. Fly a thotty in just for one night. Bout to cop a rollie off a walkthrough. Only pull up to your party if the fun's right. Greatness, the only thing I'm chasing. The bank know me on a first name basis. All my women know I always keep replacements. Cause every day I'm in a different kind of spaceship. Franklins, we stack them like pages. Bareface, my little niggas play dangerous. Chasing, forever play making. And they gon' hate when they pockets stay vacant. Face it, you wanna trade places. Ain't shit I do basic. Big Cuban link, AP, big bracelet. Ain't shit I do basic. Face it, you wanna trade places. Ain't shit I do basic. Big Cuban link, AP, big bracelet. Ain't shit I do basic. Pull up to my crib, that's a car show. And when you get inside, that's an art show. Kingpin, don't mistake me for a narco. In the streets I earn stripes like a barcode. Faces, on faces. Stack it up, hit VIP, make a statement. And niggas say they love me, but they hating. And bitches say they want me, they was waiting. Don't speak if it ain't about payments. Cause you got new money, mine's ancient. It's free.
They want to hear that, they got to go stream the rest. That's available on all streaming services now, but that was Faces by Dread Zoe here on Emano Talk. And I like that kind of track because look at how you pulled on up. Ain't shit you do basic, literally pulled on up. Cuban links, all that.
Nothing basic, man. We going big.
How important is it for you to stand out, not only in appearance, but for you to make sure that like in everything you do, you make sure the earth kind of shakes?
I like to stand out, so it come natural. I've been practicing this my whole life. I stand out. I know I stand out.
And what makes Dread Zoe stand out from the rest of Miami?
Besides appearance?
Besides appearance.
Personality, charisma, everything. Just different.
Okay. What are some inspirations to Dread Zoe when Dread Zoe was coming up and wanting to get into music?
Honestly, like the biggest inspiration is just the people. Like I just want the people to be able to rock with me and feel where I'm coming from, understand where my music come from.
Okay. And on a beautiful Sunday like today, what would Dread Zoe be listening to out of the norm?
Dread Zoe.
Just listening to yourself, taking the Lil Wayne route?
Dread Zoe.
Okay.
Working.
I like that. I like that. Now, this first project that you had out, what is the name of it one more time? The original project you had dropped, the one that has Armani Caesar and all that?
Late Introduction.
Late Introduction. Okay. And I kind of like the name of it because it feels like that's the case, right? You said you had gone through something and, you know, a little late to the party, but better late than never.
Exactly.
I feel like in true Miami fashion, nonetheless.
Exactly.
Right? It should usually be running a little bit behind out here.
Yeah, for sure.
Take us through that project. What was the idea of you going into that project?
It was just basically just expressing myself, just showing my different moods, the different sides of Dread Zoe. Like every song got a different meaning, but it's all me. It's just different views of me.
The thing I like about that project is although it's small, with the songs that is included in it, there's a good diversity of different styles that you can go through. And I think it shows something different as far as Miami goes, because usually people either expect with Miami that you're either extremely underground, right? Maybe taking like the Smokers route or some shit like that. Or if you're going mainstream, that it's like trap or like heavy hitting stuff. But like you kind of show that you could go different routes.
Yeah.
And you even move between here and like Atlanta as well. And I feel like to an extent, you bring the Miami sound to like even Atlanta beats to an extent as well. Because even like on my section, the producer's name is ATL Jacob, right?
Yeah.
And, you know, I feel like that's a good mixture of like things that you do, and then you're collabing with artists like Armani Caesar, which if I'm not mistaken, she's from up north. So it's pretty cool to see that you look to diversify your sound, not only with just the way you approach a beat, but even like the beats that you're choosing themselves, and as well as the features. What are some ideas for you as far as like making sure that that selection is as, you know, unique as possible?
Well, I just like every song that I make is different. Like it'll be different vibes because I got different personalities. It's like, you know, one minute I feel like this, then the next minute I feel like that. It's like, you know, that's why you get different vibes, different energy. It's just how you feel right now, Dread Zoe, and that's the type of energy we're going with. You get what I'm saying? So you'll listen to a bunch of beats, and then once one catch my vibe, it's like, okay, we doing a song to this one.
Okay. I like that, you know, because it's like authentic in the moment, especially. And I think that's something that's very important for artists to pick up on, is the idea that you want to keep it as unique to yourself, you know, even if it's something simple. And that's what I like about your music is like you don't like put out these extravagant, like really extremely detailed bars, but it's simple, to the point. You know, it's a punchline, like a lot of people could catch on to it quick. And it's kind of like how, you know, even your appearances, like you kind of like to make it a little flashy and like a little extra with that. Right, like it fits your style, honestly, and I really like that about your music. But let's jump on into the hit song real quick so the people can hear what you're moving on to real quick in 2021. So if you don't know by now, if you have not heard my section, this is pretty much like one of these like new hits coming into 2021. But it just hit 1 million views on YouTube. We're gonna get into that shortly, but y'all enjoy the track real quick. This is called My Section by Dread Zoe.
ATL Jacob. Point me to my section, send them bottles, bitch, we going up. Diamonds go to dancing like some strippers when we pulling up. Drinking out the bottle all night, ain't no holding cups. Rocks all in the pinky, diamonds bogey like some monkey nuts. She came in with a nigga, but I know she wanna post with us. Kick back in the section with some gangsters while we blowing blunts. Everybody ballin', so it's hard to pick a dick to suck. The pussy couldn't wait, she let me hit it.
You need to stop with all that capping and all that fake ballin'. You ain't really getting no money, nigga. You need to stop with all that flogging. My Protect costs a grip, nigga. I know the jackers watching. I'm looking like a walking lick, nigga. I got that iron in my pocket. Yeah.
Point me to my section, send them bottles, bitch, we going up. Diamonds go to dancing like some strippers when we pulling up. Drinking out the bottle all night, ain't no holding cups. Rocks all in the pinky, diamonds bogey like some monkey nuts. She came in with a nigga, but I know she wanna post with us. Kick back in the section with some gangsters while we blowing blunts. Everybody ballin', so it's hard to pick a dick to suck. The pussy couldn't wait, she let me hit it on the party bus.
Nigga, you ain't thug with it. Nigga, you Rudy Poo. You ain't no hard hitter, nigga. You don't never shoot. Nigga, my knot big. Nigga, my whip big. My bitch booty big, like Tyler Perry crib. Check how I style on them. Got them big mad. She say I'm arrogant as fuck with my rich ass. You ain't G Cole. You a rat, nigga. Check my stats, nigga. Fuck you rap niggas. I'm gone.
Point me to my section, send them bottles, bitch, we going up. Diamonds go to dancing like some strippers when we pulling up. Drinking out the bottle all night, ain't no holding cups. Rocks all in the pinky, diamonds bogey like some.
And that's how Dread Zoe's coming on into 2021, it feels like.
Yes, sir. We stepping.
I was about to say, stepping right on throats.
We stepping.
And big time, too. What was it like for you? Because this just happened this week. What was it like for you to see that video cross 1 million plays?
That was big. I mean, I ain't gonna say, I wasn't expecting it. So when I seen it, it felt big. It was like, you know, it was a big accomplishment.
Yeah.
It was just like, wow.
Like that's real love.
Honestly, it was like 3 years ago, I would have never thought of that. You get what I'm saying? So it's like when I seen it, I'm just like, damn, it's happening for real. Like, it's happening.
It's one of those anything is possible kind of moments. I feel like,
Facts.
and not a lot of people really get to experience that kind of success, and that's just, you know, the tip of the iceberg. Like, that's not even shit compared to what you're gonna be able to do, you know, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years from now. We don't know where Dread Zoe is gonna be at this point. And during 2020, you had some pretty good moments. I know right down the street from here in Miramar, you got to perform with Rick Ross. What was that like?
Yes, sir. That was big. That was big. That was the biggest stage I ever been on. So, you know,
That amphitheater's nice.
Yeah, that was big. That was the biggest stage I ever been on. So it's just like, damn. What I like is that I'm growing, like, and I'm seeing it. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's like I don't feel like I'm stuck doing the same thing. I feel like every day I get bigger. It's growth. I get more support. You get what I'm saying? So that's big for me.
Yeah,
like, just to be able to be on stage, like, you know, that's Ross. That's, you know,
that's
what I'm saying?
literally like one of the godfathers of Miami right there.
Exactly. So it's like, that's big to even have me there. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that. Shout out to Ross.
And you've even gotten to like take stages out in like the islands and things like that. And if I'm not mistaken, you kind of got to go out there with him too. And then even in other states. So it's pretty cool that he shows love to you no matter what. It wasn't just like it was like a situation where y'all just so happened to be booked together. Like, it seems like there's actual like connection there and y'all got rapport.
Yeah, nah, Ross definitely a hood lover. I've been saying that. So that's the given.
Yeah, man, shout out
know that.
Ross all day,
Shout
man.
out
That's
Ross.
one of the leaders of Miami, like Florida overall. Like, he's always been doing that. And then even like his camp shows a lot of love too, because I see like you connected with like Young Breed and like all of them.
Yeah.
Like that's pretty dope that you got that rapport with everybody. It shows the growth that you've made in those 3 years. So in 3 years, you've done this much. Let's talk 5 years real quick. What does Dread Zoe see for himself over the next 5 years?
Dread Zoe just trying to be as big as he can be and just keep working, stay humble, and watch the growth.
All right. And the Dread Zoes, to be completely honest, what else are we to expect from him in 2021?
Bangers.
Nothing but bangers?
Bangers.
Okay. We're going to get to talking about that in just a moment, but I do want to play this next track here. This next track is actually called To Be Honest by Dread Zoe, so y'all tune on in. This is Emano Talk.
We could have skipped.
Motivate niggas. Don't nobody can motivate me.
Man, we gotta wait and shit next time.
Started when we started. All my niggas come from nothing. Not a brown bag, keep on coming.
Major league business, man.
Started when we started. All my niggas come from nothing. Now them brown bags keep on coming. I fell in love with blue hundreds. Started when we started. All my niggas come from nothing. Now them brown bags keep on coming. I fell in love with blue hundreds. It was love, to be honest. We were thumbing through them hundreds. She's someone I have fun with. Same time got my funds with. This ain't the ending that I wanted. I know I'll never be forgotten. Bag nothing cause we shopping. You won't find no better option. Day one, baby girl been down since day one. But somewhere our situation changed up, and I know we'll never ever make up. Started when we started. All my niggas come from nothing. Now them brown bags keep on coming. I fell in love with blue hundreds. Started when we started. All my niggas come from nothing. Now them brown bags keep on coming. I fell in love with blue hundreds. How can I ever trust you? Baby girl, it's just fuck you. Even though I still love you, I can never really cuff you. Now that you turned me to a savage, I gotta treat you like my side bitch. How you gon' treat me like I'm average? After all the fucking carrots, we was really living.
And that's To Be Honest by Dread Zoe. That's another fire track right there. I think that's also one of those things that shows a whole different side of you, because, you know, I feel like a lot of people just assume it's going to be bangers, 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 bangers. And like, that's a banger, but in a more mellowed out and, you know, authentic way, because you're talking about something that's a little more to you, like a little more personal.
Yeah. That was the first song I ever did. I call that my Pac track.
Okay.
I call it the Pac track because it's the realest shit I ever wrote.
Okay. So that was like the first track. Like after that, whatever happened.
Exactly. That was the first song, first time in the studio.
So I feel like that's where all the raw emotion kind of went into in the moment, because you were probably feeling like so surreal. It's like, all right, I get this opportunity.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna let it slip.
Yeah, that song right there is so big for me because it made me feel like I could do anything. You know what I'm saying? Like that was my introduction. That was the late introduction. That song right there. So that to me gonna forever be my biggest song.
And that song
matter
set it
what
off
happened.
completely for you.
Exactly, because without that song, there's no Faces, there's no My Section. You get what I'm saying? So it's To Be Honest.
And I can see even like the way you're like talking about it. I can see you like kind of like digging back like into that past, and you just like thinking about like, damn, like when I hear that track, and you could see that sentimental values, because you kind of lose yourself for a moment like thinking about that. And that's what it's all about.
Yeah, real talk, like that song show a side that I don't never show. I mean, I got it, but I don't be trying to show it.
All right. Well, we're gonna see more of that side, you think, come 2021? Maybe a project. What's up for Dread Zoe 2021?
Yeah, definitely another project, a follow up. So we're gonna drop a couple more singles, then we're gonna get into the project.
Well, we'll definitely be looking forward to it, man. Hopefully we can have a part 2 to this to discuss the project, get a little more in depth with it. But I appreciate you pulling up, man. It's been an honor and a pleasure. Let the people know where they can find you at.
Yeah, all my social media the same. You follow me on Dread Zoe _. All platforms, social media, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook, all Dread Zoe _.
Y'all go tune into this, man. He's got the city popping right now. My Section out now. Got 1 million views on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
I ain't got to say it much more than that.
Sir.
But y'all go follow the man at Dread Zoe _. Y'all go follow us on social media at Emano Talk. That's at EMANOTALK on all platforms. This episode should be available on YouTube and all podcast platforms tomorrow for everybody to listen to. And make sure you go like and subscribe on our YouTube channel so you can get all the latest content. But yeah, appreciate you pulling up one more time.
Yes, sir.
And with the finale of this, we're going to just jump on into one last track because we done. And then that's
sir.
that. So
Appreciate
y'all tune
y'all.
on in real quick. We'll be back Thursday with Mike SB. Y'all tune in. That's going to be great. And then next Sunday, Selection Sunday. Artists, email your music, emanotalk@gmail.com. You could earn the opportunity to be in the same seat as Dread Zoe. Get yourself an interview. But see y'all Thursday. This is done by Dread Zoe.
Yes, sir. Scraping up the bowl, trying to whip the extra.
Hey, bitch up, man. See what these niggas talking about. Slide on these niggas right here. Niggas at? Let's get it. Scraping up the bowl, trying to whip the extra. I've been on the road, fucking up the Tesla. Test a nigga once, you gon' learn your lesson. I just let it out my head, a young and reckless. If he ain't about no money, boy, I'm done with you. If he ain't giving that, girl, I'm done with you. If I wash my hands, that mean I'm done with you. And that beef ain't never dead until I'm done with you. I just let the bank with some new money. Pockets double stuff, I'm talking blue honey. Boys on the Tesla, I be roll running. OG do the cooking, he bring back the extra. I need all that. Taking over blocks like we playing Tetris. Locks. If them niggas want it, they could come and get it. My nigga really with it, pull up and he shootin'. I go hard in the paint, just like Patrick Ewing. Landing in NYC, I ride on money app. Fucking up the money, cause I never had. And I pick and choose who I wanna smash. Fucking up the pot, I got money habits. Scraping up the bowl, trying to whip the extra. I've been on the road.